Hello and welcome to another special episode of Storyboard. We are still inside Kolkata, a part of CNBC TV 18's focus on Kolkata as a business center. And today we are doing a completely fascinating panel discussion on why on earth the hosiery business is so big in Kolkata. Is it something to do with the water? Is it what they eat? We don't know, but we know that many hosiery businesses have their head offices in Kolkata and the power center in Kolkata. To discuss this issue with us, three very, very eminent personalities from this business. And to begin with, we have Sandeep Saxena from JG Hosiery. Then we have Mr. KB Agarwala from Rupa. And finally, we have Sanjay Jain from TT Limited. All of you in this business of selling underwear, really. So tell me, what is it? Is it the water? What is it that causes all of you to be here?
We can't put it as water, but we think that Kolkata has a lot of entrepreneurial capital.
Right.
And see, we have to go back in the history of this industry. Hosiery, to an extent, from very earlier times started in this city.
Right.
So there has been an ecosystem of this industry over here. Then during 70s and 80s, there were certain, the business environment of this place was not so conducive, so some of the businesses shifted to other centers. But Kolkata always had been an important center for hosiery industry.
Right. Agarwal ji, tell me, what is your view of why is Kolkata so important for hosiery?
Kolkata is a birthplace of this hosiery manufacturing center. It is more than 100 years. The manufacturing center is Kolkata. So the manufacturing this setup is growing here. So that's why the most of the brands are from here.
Right. Sanjay, he used the word brands. He said most of the brands are here.
Yes.
And I want to argue that brand building has been a problem in this area. There's no consistent brand. Everybody has done good work. Rupa has done good work. TT has done good work. Amul has done good work. Macho has done good work. All have done good work in little bursts. Why is it there's no consistent brand building in this business? Because the business is huge. It's one of the largest sort of spenders on media out of this region.
First of all, I'll tend to disagree.
Sure.
Though I know, of course, you
might also disagree, but I want to
you're an ad expert and you've been speaking to many people. I don't think so. If you look at hosiery, it's normally been a small-scale industry. It was reserved for the small-scale industry till 10-15 years back.
Right.
And as Mr. Agarwal said, Calcutta was the birthplace, started from Khidapur, one of the reasons. When you have an industry which is a small-scale industry, it obviously takes longer to get and understand the nuances of a big business, which also includes branding.
Right.
We typically start and we knew how to sell. We didn't know how to market.
Right.
But over time, I think so the last decade has transformed things really, really in a big way. We are no more regional players. We no more look regionally, and it's true for all the players.
Absolutely.
Not just for me, him or him, for all the brands which are here. We have establishments pan-India. We are manufacturing not only in Tirupur, which is a big center, also in Ludhiana, Delhi, based on which items suit where. We have offices all across. We have ad agencies who are not necessarily from Calcutta. We are advertising on all the channels. We are looking at digital in a big way. So I would disagree, yes. Maybe you haven't seen that extra sharpness because probably the industry has not been paying and putting in the big names as much, though we have. That's why probably we have not been in the award list of ads being shortlisted, etc.
Sandeep, is not about awards. Yeah. Awards, let us suppose, it's a byproduct of advertising.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a focus.
It's not been focused.
But it is, you're spending, if you look at any one of you, you're very large spenders. Much larger spenders than many Bombay clients or Bangalore clients.
Absolutely.
But you're failing to create advertising which is memorable, which people remember 10 years after it is created and so on. Why is that? Because your media spend is huge and yet you're not able to do this.
See, Anand, let me put it this way. Brand building is always a work in progress.
Right.
So you can never say, okay, this brand has achieved this peak.
Right. Sure.
And once we are into brand positioning, the first thing that we need to look is to whom I am targeting, which is the segment of the society that this product is actually targeting to. If it is targeting right at the segment to whom I want to sell, then it doesn't matter whether it's aspiring to the upper middle class or the upper class or not. The real thing, the real test for any brand, according to me, is what kind of business it is generating in the market, and to that I feel the Kolkata brands are fairly doing pretty well.
No, so to sort of build on that, you're saying your ROI on your advertising and marketing expenses, you're satisfied with it?
See, satisfaction is again a very relative term.
Sure.
So you cannot say that, okay, I'm 100% satisfied, but it is, I can say that it is giving results.
Right.
Let me put it this way. And the segment at which we are targeting is actually working well for that segment.
Right. Sanjay, you have something to
I
say?
just wanted to amplify what Sandeep said. You know, our target segment of Calcutta brands, we are not in the super premium category.
Right.
Where real India lives.
Right.
That's probably 80-85% of the population. Of
Right.
course, now we are aspiring and creating new brands. But our core brands have been for the rural, semi-urban, or the people in urban areas who are not those premium middle class, upper middle class.
Right.
In that segment, our slogans are known. I meet people who say, like our slogan, "Achhe lage, achhe dikhe." So they say, "Aajkal kya acha hai?" It's not that people are not noticing it, but where I sit or you sit, yes, it's not noticed. Even it's not available in a store where probably I and you go and visit, like a Shopper Stop or something equivalent.
Right.
But that doesn't mean we are looking at a very small world. And we are creating an opinion based on that.
Sure.
If you go to rural areas or semi-urban areas, what Sandeep said, it will stand out. The brands are so strong. If you go to a shop and stand there, they exactly know the slogan, they know what they want to pick up, they even know the color.
Right.
And that's why, and if it's not there, they just go and move on to the next shop.
Agarwalji, you agree with what
I agree with
Sanjay
I believe that this media is playing an important role.
Right.
And education rate is now level is high. Everybody understand which brand they are looking in the TV, in newspapers. The awareness of the brand is increasing day by day.
Right.
That is why it is a consumer products. So every company is focusing on the advertisement.
Right.
And it is result. They are getting the result also.
Right. So I'll come back to you, Sanjay, before I come to you, Sandeep. So what has been the change in your media plan in the last 5 years? Because there are huge changes in the consumption of media, even in your target segment.
Yeah. Absolutely. Television has taken predominant space.
Right.
Press is losing out. And recently now digital is catching up. Of course, it's not caught up to the desirable levels for our brands. But I can see in the next 1 to 2 years, digital taking a leapfrog jump. And television, one, because there are a lot of regional channels also. It's not just the national channels,
Right.
which have their own core following. So that's really taken. And then point of purchase. Because in rural areas, to reach out to people is not so simple. Point of purchase, wall paintings, shop signages, etc. are another very important media for us.
Right. So what is your change is your experience the same in terms of your media mix and how you're targeting your consumer?
See, of course, like electronic media, as Mr. Sanjay has said, is the most potent and effective form of media reach.
Right.
And digital is definitely catching up. See, Anand, we have to look the picture in a holistic way. You cannot pinpoint branding as something standalone. Branding goes with distribution, it goes with your infrastructure for production, everything goes in tandem. So when we are talking about Kolkata brands, the success story is not only about media spend and branding. The story is also about deep penetration in the markets.
Right.
Everybody here can boast of having dealer network almost in every district of the country, which is huge.
Right.
And which is impressive. So I think that is also playing a very big role when we are talking about the success of these brands. Now when you are talking about whether this our branding strategy is working or not, each of the brands is experiencing from the last one or more than that period, 1 decade or something more than that, growth in the range of, let's say, 20 to 25% per year.
Right.
Now that is not less.
No, absolutely.
So the whole thing, if we look at the bigger picture, it is a play of media, it's a play of your branding strategy, that you were targeting certain segment of the society which was not being tapped earlier, and at the same time your penetration into the deeper markets is quite huge.
Right. We're going to take a short break here. When we come back, we're going to take on from what Sandeep was saying. We're going to discuss the value of the brand, where the brand can go from here. Each of them is built brands with great distribution. How they take advantage of it, we'll see when we come back.